This is your Unit 3 study guide. I'm just going to go through and work the problems for you. So hopefully it'll help you out. So the first thing we need to move to get the n all alone is the 6. So I'm going to subtract 6. N over 5 equals 3 minus 6 is negative 3. Now to get the n alone, I need to move the 5. So the opposite of divide is multiply. So n is left on the left. Negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Number 2, the first thing we do is distribute. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Negative 4 times n is negative 4n. That's going to equal 4. Now I need to get that 20 to go over with the 4, so I'm going to add 20. Negative 4n equals 24. I'm going to divide by negative 4 to get him to leave. N equals negative 6. All right, let's do number 3. I got to add 7. A over 3 equals negative 13 plus 7 is negative 6. Now I'm going to multiply because to get the a alone, so I'm going to multiply by 3 to make that go away. A equals negative 18. All right, these always throw us off, but we hate fractions, so the first thing we need to do is get rid of that 4. So it's being divided, so I'm going to multiply by 4. So now I have negative 6 plus b equals negative 12. I need to get the 6 over, so I'm going to add 6. b equals negative 6. Number 5, got a few more steps in here. First, we're going to distribute. 10b minus 12 minus 2 equals negative 84. I got to do some old school baby math. Whoops. And say that negative 12 minus 2, 10b minus 14 equals negative 84. I'm going to add 14 to both sides. 10b equals negative 81 plus 14. That's a negative 70. Now I divide by 10. B equals negative 7. Number 6. I've got to also distribute first here. 7a plus 4 plus 4 times 8 is 32a. All that's going to equal 316. Old school baby math, I got to put those guys together. 4 plus, 39a equals 316. I'm going to subtract 4. 39a equals 312. Divide both sides by 39 and end with a equals 8. All right, number 7. First, I'm going to distribute. I got something on both sides. I got, 10x minus 30, and then just going to copy down the negative 4x. That equals 3x plus 3. Old school baby math, 10 minus 4 is 6x minus 30 equals 3x plus 3. I need to get the x's together, so I'm going to subtract that 3x and move it over, which leaves me with 3x minus 30 equals 3. That's a minus. To get that 30 to move, I got to add. So now I have 3x equals 33. We'll divide by 3, and x will equal 11. All right, one more on this page. We got to do some distributing again to start with. I'm going to distribute this. Negative 3n plus 9 minus 8 equals negative 2n plus 4. Now we need to do old school baby math. 9 minus 8, negative 3n plus 1 equals negative 2n plus 4. Now we need to get those n's together. So I'm going to add this 2n to that 2n. I end up with negative 1n plus 1 equals 4. Get our numbers together. Negative 1n equals 3. Divide by negative 1. N is negative 3. All right, take a minute, make sure you know how to do all those. Then flip to the next page. For number 9, we need to start by distributing. Negative 36 plus, or minus, either way, minus 48x equals negative 36 plus x. Now I'd like to get my x's together. So I'm going to subtract 1x. So now I have negative 36 minus 49x equals negative 36. Now I got to get this first 36 over. So I'm going to add him. So now I have negative 49x. Negative 36 plus 36 is 0. But I still have an x, so it's not no solution. Because then I'm just going to divide by negative 49. 0 divided by negative 49 is 0. 0 is a perfectly logical answer for a problem. All right, this one has lots of steps. Ugh. Distribute. 12n minus 8. Oh, let me write this 2n plus 17. Distribute. Minus 10n plus 25. Old school baby math. I'm going to need to put my n's together. 12 minus 10. So 2n plus 17 equals 2n. Negative 8 plus 25 is a positive 17. All right, now I'm going to get my n's together. So I'm going to subtract this guy. 2n minus 2n is nothing. I end up with 17 equals 17. Well, that is a beautifully perfect answer, which tells me that it has infinitely many solutions. All right, let's look at this last one right here. I have to start by distributing. 5p plus 40 equals 5p plus 15. I need to get my p's together. So I'm going to subtract 5p. 5p minus 5p is nothing. So I'm left with 40 equals 15. Well, that is lies. 40 does not equal 15, which tells me that problem has no solution. All right, we're going to cross multiply, do some literal equations, and be done. When we cross multiply, we would say 6 times m is 6m. 2 times 3 is 6. And then I divide by 6. M equals 1. When I cross multiply over here, it's a little bit different because I have to say 8 and put x minus 2 in parentheses equals 10 times 9 is 90. 8x, I'm distributing, minus 16 equals 90. If I add 16, now I have 8x equals 106. Divide by 8. X is going to equal 13.25. That one's a decimal. All right. We need to solve each equation for the variable. So we are trying to solve for x. So x needs to stay right where he is. So the first thing I would move, I would multiply by k, because it's being divided, on both sides. So now I have uk equals xy. Well, the x needs to stay put, so I'm going to divide by y to get that away. So your final answer is going to be uk divided by y equals x. For this one, I'm again solving for x, so it needs to stay put. So the first thing I'm going to do is move my y, and you have to write this in order. G minus y equals cx. Now we divide by c. When I divide, everybody gets divided. So my final answer is g minus y divided by c equals x. In our last problem, I have to solve for x. The easiest thing to do when I see a problem that looks like this is to cross multiply. xp equals mn. I just multiplied them. I need the x alone, so I'm going to divide by p. I end up with x equals mn over p. All right, that's your study guide.